My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, tomorrow, officially, we are celebrating with a grateful and joyful hearts the National Day of our country. We give thanks to God for the special blessing for our country. As St. Paul says in the second reading today, you are God's chosen race, His saints. He loves you, and you should be clothed in sincere compassion, in kindness and humility, gentleness and patience. Bear with one another, forgive each other as soon as a quarrel begins. The Lord has forgiven you, now you must do the same. My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, in today's Gospel, Jesus reminds us not to be worried about our life and what we are to eat, about our body and how we are to clothe it. For life means more than food, and the body more than clothing. My dear brothers and sisters, now let us see if we can gather up Jesus' arguments against worry. Why Jesus tells us, don't worry about your life. Worry is needless, useless, and even actively injurious. Worry cannot affect the past, for the past is past. The past is past. It is not that man can or ought to dissociate himself from his past, but he ought to use his past as a spur and guide for better action in the future, and not as something about which he brought until he has worried himself into the paralysis of action. Equally, worry about the future is useless. Alistair MacLean, in one of his sermons, tells of the story which he had read. A London doctor was the hero. He was paralyzed and bedridden, but almost outrageously cheerful, and his smile so brave and radiant that everyone forgot to be sorry for him. His children adored him, and when one of his boys was leaving the nest and starting forth upon life's adventure, Dr. Bridhart gave him good advice. "Johnny," he said, "the thing to do, my lad, is to hold your own end up and to do it like a gentleman. And please remember, the biggest troubles you have got to face are those that never come." Worry about the future is wasted effort, and the future of reality is seldom as bad as the future of our fears. My dear brothers and sisters, but worry actually is worse than useless. It is often actively injurious. The two typical diseases of modern life are the stomach ulcer and the coronary thrombosis. And in many cases, both are the result of worry. It is a medical fact that he who loves most lives longest. The worry which wears out the mind wears out the body along with it. Worry affects a man's judgment, lessens his power of decisions, and renders him progressively incapable of dealing with life.